This teaching work is very much concerned, if you want to put it that way, or it enfolds in its circle of concern or interest the state of all manner of things, individuals, groups, politics, environment, all the various ways that human beings mistreat themselves and each other and the world, and all of this is included in what I teach, but what I mean by that is I address it from what I see as the fundamental level. The fundamental level. And the fundamental level is when we get disconnected from our depth, a depth that is far beyond our individual preferences, our individual points of view, our individual beliefs. But when we come to a depth within ourselves that's fundamentally beyond all of that, that's rooted and grounded in an actual shared experience and shared perception of unity. That experience and that perception then begins to dictate how we move in the world, what our contribution to the world is going to be. Of course, I think it is significant what our contribution to the world is. It is not at all part of my teaching to just have the idea that the goal is to find some sort of personal enlightenment or liberation from which we feel completely free and happy and at peace, and then who cares what happens to the rest of our world and our culture and our environment and our human family and all the rest. That is not the direction that my teaching is pointed in. I think that's a false spirituality, actually. I think that if we authentically and really touch upon the ground of being, the ultimate ground of being, it makes us very connected, very sensitive, very open to the concerns of everything and everyone around us. From that experience, from that perception, which is not a perception based in fear or anxiety, because that doesn't help anything. It doesn't solve any problem. There's lots of fearful people about the state of the world and the state of humanity and all the rest that are all very fearful and come up with all sorts of fear-based ideas. But in the end, it means nothing. It doesn't accomplish anything. It doesn't help anybody. And at the end of the day, that's all that's important, isn't it? What is my contribution? What is our contribution? What are we offering? Are we offering fear? What are we offering to the world? What is our contribution? It is not my place to tell anyone what their contribution should be, because I don't know what your contribution should be. I don't know what anybody's contribution should be. I have no idea, no belief system, no point of view on what everybody else should be or even could be doing. This teaching is based, and it's an outgrowth of awakening. Real, authentic awakening, which shows us the connectedness, the unity, the sameness even of all things and all beings. It also connects us, when we touch upon that ground of our being, to a very alive, very real sense of eternity, the absolute okayness of all things, the perfection of each moment. But one isn't grabbing on to the perfection. One isn't grabbing on to the wholeness. One isn't grabbing on to the unity and isolating it within the totality of human experience. That is not the aim. Because if we grasp onto any particular perspective, no matter how sublime and elevated, it begins to reveal itself to be in some way limited. So to me, the depth of being, the ground of our being, the ground of existence, from that realization, from that state of clarity, from that state of revelation, that informs the way we move in the world. What I have seen is that until we know that ground and experience that ground and live in and as that ground, until we do that, then many of our actions, our actions aren't based in that ground, you see. And when our actions are coming from that ground of being, when they're expressions of that ground, then they carry great energy, they carry great transformational power.